Hello everyone, my name is Keely. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to talk about all the books that I want to read in the month of May, because May is a very special month because it is time to go back to escape the Readathon. In this Readathon, we are visiting the Black Cat Carnival. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Escape the Readathon was created by Lexie from Books with Lexie, and I will leave her announcement video down below so you can go and see all of the details. There is a Google Drive with all the information as well as a Discord that you can join so you can hang out and chat with everyone that's participating. This readathon is going to be so great. Lexie has done so much work to try to get things together, and it's so creative and fantastic. And last year I participated, and this year Lexie actually asked me to be a co-host, which I am so excited to play a bigger role in this readathon this year. So the gist of it is we are all at the Black Cat Carnival, and there are several different teams, and you are trying to escape with your team. So obviously you want to be the first team out, but my role is a game master, and I am here to cause chaos because I am here to prevent you and your team from escaping. So I am just so excited to be like the chaotic one. I think it's gonna be so much fun, and I'm also really hyped this is happening in May because April was a very slow reading month with me, and I was so busy. It was the busiest month of my life. My reading suffered, I was slumping, but now I am feeling rejuvenated, and I am so excited to go to the Black Cat Carnival and try to read as many books as I can to prevent you from escaping. I love it. I love being the villain. So this readathon is also really chill because you can mood read. There are prompts as well, and we will be getting prompts throughout the month. And although it is like horror based, you can read any genre, but I am wanting to read a lot of thriller and horror books because that is my favorite genre, and I feel like I don't read them enough. So I am trying to put those type of books on my TBR for this month, as well as some random non-horror and thrillers. So first, let me get started with all the physical books that I want to get to. First, I have a book that I have had on my TBR for a while, and that is The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. I have never read from this author before, but I have heard great things about her books, and I honestly don't know what this is about. I just know it says some crimes come back to haunt you, and there's a true crime blogger. So I don't know if this has a podcast element, but I think it's also ghosty, which is perfect for a haunted readathon. This one also is pretty short, so I'm hoping it is a quick and easy read. Next, I have The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrews. I believe this is horror, potential horror fantasy. All I know is the main character in here is deaf, and I haven't really read books with a deaf main character, so I think that's really interesting. And it says, Delaney always talked to the dark. She never expected it to talk back. So I don't know a whole lot about all of these books because I just need to know one little interesting detail and I am hooked, I am in, and that's all I need to know about this book because that sounds fascinating and I can't wait to see what Delaney gets up to. Next, I have a chunkier kind of thriller, and that is The Six by Annie Taylor, and I have heard that this is compared to Squid Games but on water. So it seems like there is this competition, 28 people are invited, they have 6 days to complete 6 challenges, and there are $6,000 at the end of it. So I am a sucker for any competition style type game, especially if it's deadly, which I'm assuming this is. I also hate the water, so I love reading books about the water because it actually does freak me out, and it takes a lot to freak me out. So I'm hoping that this one does that. I'm intrigued because it's also pretty big. Like, how many pages is this? This is like over 400 pages. It looks so much bigger though. So maybe this will be a quick, easy read, but I haven't heard too many people read this. I just know the synopsis is super intriguing. And the last physical thriller I have to show you is Truly Madly Deadly by Hannah Jane. And again, I don't know anything about this book. I've had it for a while. This was sent to me by Source Books, and Source Books are often very fast-paced and intriguing for me, so I'm hoping that if I am starting to feel a little slow and slumpy, I can pick this one up and just like speed through it, because a lot of their books I can't put down, and I'm hoping this one is just like that. And the last physical book I have to show you is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I have had this one for 2 years now. I started reading it about 2 years ago, and as I was reading it, I was like, I need the physical copy. I need to annotate this, and I still just haven't started it. This is a young adult contemporary, and we are following this girl who is a hopeless romantic, and I believe she is interested in her neighbor. Something like that. There might be prom. I don't want to read too much into it because all I need to know is YA contemporary. I am 28 years old and I still love YA contemporary. I also love prom stories, and I think it's because I hated my own prom so much, so I like to read like positive prom stories. But there is also always a lot of drama when it comes to prom. I'm actually going to be buddy reading this one with my friends Keisha and Hannah. Keisha is from A Book Like You, and Hannah is from the Teacher's TBR. I'm so excited to read this. I hope we all love it, and I'm definitely going to be annotating it because, like I said, when I started reading it 2 years ago, I knew I needed to annotate it. So I have a few thriller and horror ebooks and arcs that I really want to get to, and some of them I was supposed to get to in April and didn't. And the first one that I was supposed to read in April was Ghost Station by S.A. Barnes. I have an arc of this from NetGalley, and I was really hoping to read it, but like I said, I was slumping in April. But I think this will be the perfect book to read for this readathon because I also believe that it might be a little haunted. I have read one S.A. Barnes before and really enjoyed it. She tends to write like sci-fi horror, which this one is also sci-fi horror. I believe we are going to an abandoned planet, which that's all I need to know. I know sci-fi horror and I'm intrigued because I did enjoy her first book. Now I actually don't have any May arcs, but I have a few June arcs, so I feel like I can get ahead of the game and start reading them in May. And the first one is Two Sides to Every Murder by Danielle Valentine. This is a young adult thriller, and I have read a few from Danielle Valentine's before. I read her adult thriller, which didn't really love, but her YA thriller, How to Survive Your Murder, is one of my favorite books, and this one seems similar to that one because it is YA thriller. The covers kind of match, so I'm hoping I just devour this one like I did her other book. Again, I don't know the synopsis because I loved How to Survive Your Murder so much that I requested this one without even reading what it's about because I just needed more from Danielle Valentine, especially her YA books. The next arc I have is Horror Movie by Paul Tremblay. All I know about this one is that it is set in the 90s and it involves a cursed film. Now, there have recently been a lot of cursed film books being published, and I am interested in every single one of them, but I really haven't read any of them. So I guess I'm going to be starting with this one, which I'm a little nervous about because I have read one Paul Tremblay book before and I hated it. So I'm hoping that that was just like a one-time thing for this author because I am intrigued by so many of his books. This cover is also really, really cool. So I hope I love it. I hope it's creepy. I hope the horror vibes are great. And I really hope that this really gets me into the cursed film books. Next, I have The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim, and first of all, look at this cover. Amazing. All I know about this one is that it involves a female serial killer from the lens of the Korean American perspective. I am obsessed already. Like, seriously, give me serial killers, especially female serial killers. We don't see that a lot. But also, if you didn't know, I lived in Korea, so I love learning and reading and watching anything about Korea because I miss it so much and I wish I was still there. But I am so intrigued by this one, and I know a lot of people are really looking forward to it. So I really hope it doesn't disappoint because my expectations are pretty high for this one. So those are all the books I'm going to put on my TBR right now. Like I said, I'm just getting out of a slump, so I'm hoping to pick up what I want and mood read every so often. I know that I also do have a few thrillers from my library that might become available, so maybe I'll pick one of those up as well. The great thing about this readathon is you can mood read if you want to, but I'm also so excited to get to all of these books that I put on this TBR, so hopefully I'm able to get through them. May might also be a busy month because I am a teacher and it is the last month of school. The last day of school is May 22nd, so I'm hoping that I can still have time to read. I feel like it'll be a lot smoother than April though. April was a crazy month for a teacher, but I think May will be a lot quicker and easier because we are done with state testing, thank goodness. But that is it for this video. Please let me know if you are participating in Escape the Readathon and what team you are joining. Also, go Game Master. Like, let's cause chaos and prevent people from escaping. But once again, thank you so much, Lexie, for putting this readathon on and for asking me to participate. I am honored to be a part of such a lovely group of people. But if you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave the black cat and the Ferris wheel emoji for the Black Cat Carnival. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, all my social media links will be down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!